Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanesh, and today my group members Kelvin, Jikit, Joshua, and Parada Vishnu and I going to present you about traffic congestions. From a small survey and research from Google, I had a definition of traffic congestion is a condition transport that is characterized by slower speed, longer trip time, and increased vehicular queuing. For an example, if a person wants to go to a work and he knows that with the speed of his vehicle moving, he can reach his working place in 30 minutes. If unfortunately he was in the traffic congestions, he might delay more than 30 minutes. This actually is about a car queuing as the photo above, which cut down the speed of the vehicle and need to wait until the front car started to move. In a simple term, as we are Malaysians, in Malaysia we call traffic congestions as traffic jam. Next, I'm going to tell about traffic congestions occur in every places, but specifically in bigger cities. In Malaysia, the biggest city is KL. As we know that KL is a very big and developed country, and the highways are more narrow and wider than the smaller countries having, and the tolls, they have a lot of sections of tolls so that the traffic and to reduce traffic congestions, and also for make the drivers to easily pass through it and no need to wait for a lot for a long time. And then one more thing is, in KL there are a lot of options for drivers to pass through the tolls. For an example, they are having a lot of tools that give coupons. Besides that, they also have smart technologies and touch and go to pass through more faster and get the payment more faster. But now it's more advanced. We're having the MyRefit as a competition for smart tech. But even though they're having this type of technologies and benefits from this, they still facing traffic congestion every day. A person from KL has told that if they want to go to their work at 7 o'clock, they have to start their journey about 6 to 5 o'clock so that they can reach earlier, because they definitely have to face the traffic congestion. So, why are traffic congestion happening? People are thinking that the highways are not giving a good providing good highway conditions, toll pass through everything, but the real problem is the cars are increasing vehicles. Nowadays vehicles are more than the highway space. So this point will be more explained clearly by my group member in the next slide, which is Kelvin. And now I'm willing to pass it to Kelvin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hannes. So, good morning, good afternoon to our friends and our lecturer. So, I'm Kelvin. Today, I'm going to talk about my viewpoint on this and the advantages and disadvantages. So, as we seen the photo, that it say the Malaysia is the second most congested city in Asia. So that I think government should act should take up to reduce car on the road and and the and the congestions in the large city, so that how government can act, they can encourage people to use public transport and use the carless plan. The carless plan is that you share your car with your friend when you go out and anything in need, and more use the public transport like happy bus, get car, LRT, MRT. That's it. So, or government can come out some politics that, if, for example, after 10 p.m., no more car on the road. So to control the traffic jam, that's it. So let's let's move on to the advantages and disadvantages. advantages of using carless and public transport is possibility to avoid traffic jam. This is the main thing, because um, the many car then it cause the traffic jam. And second is suitable alternative if you cannot afford a car. It's also for the low income people one, they can't afford a car, use more public transport. That's it. Cheaper compared to using your own car. You don't need to pay the petrol fee. So it's cheaper in more cheaper than using your car than using a public transport. Low risk of accident is there's no many car on the road, so the accident rate will go down. Okay, let's go for the disadvantage now. Disadvantage of using carless and public transport is pretty covered at the rush hour. This too, because when the rush time, there's so many people in the bus or in the LRT or what, so no place to sit on. That less flexibility regarding data. This one is the driver only know the road he can drive and he don't know the shortcut. Not suitable for the remote area is that you live in the rural area, so not suitable to take a bus or take a grab. Long waiting time and long waiting time is need when you need to take a public transport, you need to wait a long time. The bus will be 30 minutes arrive or 1 hour. It take a lot of time. So that's it. Okay, thank you. I've done my part. So next part I pass to GK to talk about the deep discussion of the point. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelvin. Morning, Miss Chia. I'm GK, and today I'm going to talk about how government and individual can help to reduce the traffic congestion in large cities. As we know, excessive traffic often happens due to the increased number of vehicles and lack of parking space, which is the insignificant factor of it. So what can we do about it? Firstly, in my opinion, the government should expand the usage of public transport by increasing the number of buses and the capacity of LRT, because honestly, I often hear people complaining that it is time consuming when we are waiting for the bus to arrive at the bus stop. Not only that, but it also takes a lot of time to reach our destination because of the number of passengers inside the bus. It requires patience. So I think by increasing a few buses in that particular area can really help to attract people's usage because it saves more time. Furthermore, from my point of view, reducing the cost and upgrading the facilities also might help to lessen the traffic congestion. Since Malaysia weather are always hot, so I think if every bus have aircon, then it will be better as car petrol is far more expensive than the bus fees. Other than that, government should also widen the road and consider adding more parking slots to avoid people double parking. When shops doesn't have enough parking space, then people started to double parking, which is very irresponsible. So if you ask me, widen road and add more parking spaces can greatly reduce the traffic congestion. Next, for the individual, many people tend to set up carpooling to avoid traffic, but as far as I am concerned, it's just a temporary solution. For example, if the person is sick, then the carpool will need to be adjusted, which is quite troublesome if you are rushing to go work or do something else. The way I see it is using public transport that is provided to us by the government is more reliable than practicing carpooling, as it consumes lower cost because the car petrol prices are unstable. Sometimes the prices might rises or might decrease. So it's very unstable. So in my opinion, individual is better to use public transport rather than practicing carpooling. That's all from me. Thank you so much. And for the next point, I will pass it to my groupmates.
Thank you, Jikit. A very good morning to Miss. My name is Joshua Yap, and today I am going to be talking about the statistics of traffic congestions in Kuala Lumpur. According to statistics of traffic congestions in Kuala Lumpur in the year 2019, Malaysia is ranked number 46 in the whole world, and it is quite a high number to be ranked in. And according to the percentage of traffic congestions in Kuala Lumpur, it is recorded as 37% out of 100. And in the year 2020, Malaysia is also ranked 77 in the whole world. And the percentage of traffic congestions in Kuala Lumpur is only 28% out of 100. The result of this reduction is due to the current pandemic that is going on in the whole world. In Malaysia, the weekday hour rush in 2019 are as follows. In the morning, it is recorded as only 46% out of 100, while in the evening, it is recorded as 63% out of 100. The traffic congestions in the evening are more compared to morning because of office workers that are heading home after work. And did you know that Malaysians are estimated to waste about 1 million hours per day? A total of 1 million hours per day is wasted annually due to traffic congestions. Therefore, the ways that should be taken by the government is to promote LRT or MRT services or public transportation such as buses. Not only the government should take action on this, but the citizens should also practice carpooling. And according to Jikit, carpooling is only a temporary solution for the problem of traffic congestions. And according to a survey on carpooling in 2019 by Raj Vinjit, a writer from the Star newspaper in 2019, it is stated that Malaysia is the worst country to practice carpooling. A total of 87.3% of individuals are known to travel alone in only one vehicle, while 11.6% of individuals travel with a passenger on board. And the other 0.9% are known to travel with two passengers on board, while the remaining 0.2% is excluded from the survey. It is because it is e-hailing services.
All right. Thank you, Joshua. As for the conclusion, we are aware Malaysia is one of the countries that having heavy traffic problems during peak hours. Here's the statistics of world traffic congestion in 2020. According to TomTom website that analyze historical location data and provide traffic insights on speed, travel time, and sample size on the people need to play the right role to avoid and reducing the congestion. Now, let's talk about the government's role in reducing traffic congestion. As a government, the public transport that we use daily commuting must cover all the areas with high population. Otherwise, the people will going out by driving their own transport and will cause traffic congestion. One of the cities that has proven their efficiently on their public transport and reduce the traffic is Japan. Another key factor to reduce the traffic congestion is the people. We people can plan to go out by carpool for buying groceries. We also need to avoid going out during peak hours. Perhaps traffic congestion can be reduced once government and the people do the right thing in the first place. Together, we can achieve more. That's all we want to share about traffic congestion. Thank you.